a little bit about him. And with that, we're going to be spawning up at the top right. It is his opponent for Good Game Gaming. Give it up for Rattata.
And in the bottom left, representing Team Liquid. Give it up for Elazer in the blue. Yeah, it's funny you say that. I am memeing, of course. Elazer's never struck me as anything but just a really sincere, humble, just kind of laid-back guy. But it's funny that you mentioned how you were there at TSL. I forgot to ask you about that. So you did have the chance to meet him, and he's just absolutely jacked. So the tales are true.
Yeah, he's not like a huge guy in the sense that you're like, oh man, this guy's like a 260, you know, just like absolutely muscular as hell, but he is incredibly strong. Like, he doesn't look it because, you know, he's not focused on, I think, trying to get that big pump, but he has so much body strength, you can tell. Like, he was doing like handstands. He was doing like handstand. I think he did a handstand push-up at one point. He just had extraordinary muscle control. And we all played a game of football or soccer, depending on what continent you're from. But he was easily the most athletic of all of us. And I gotta say, everyone there for the most part was pretty decently athletic. Like, it was, no one really stood out as you're like, okay, this is, you know, this person is quite a bit slower. Like, everyone was running pretty hard. I was impressed.
Nice. So, you know, you had no Dave, you had no older Daves in the bunch, you know, no senior citizens like myself. Huh. Anyway, yeah, this is looking like a pretty standard start here, Steadfast. Neither of them really going for a cheeky early pool opener. Seems like a pretty respectful start to a ZVZ. Game number one.
Absolutely. And speaking of respect, we do see a little difference. Elazer went for the hatch pool, which may not seem like much, but when you get 12 pooled, or even 13 12s for that matter, but more importantly 12 pooled, if your opponent, you know, goes, well, basically the like 3 to 4 extra seconds you get from having that pool out sooner is massive. It makes the defense so much easier. So we already see Elazer showing a lot of confidence, saying, I'm going to get my lane speed, in this case, not much later. In fact, there is no lane speed out of Rattata. It's going to be a 2-base layer opener. But if it was a more standard opener, he's saying, you know what, it's fine, I'm going to go for it. And now we're actually seeing Elazer skipping Baneling Nest. He never built it. He knows there's no third hatch. He hasn't seen the wall yet, but he knows no third hatch. And he knows who Rattata is and what he loves to play. So he's just going to be going for a big Ling Flood to try and force a response out of Rattata. Maybe force some early units, maybe force a big overreaction on a wall. But meanwhile, Rattata is going to be going for a 2-base Mutaplay with this +1 melee.
Yeah, I was going to say that +1 melee. We know what's up here. We're seeing the gases go down. He's walling up. This is not roaches.
Oh, the units were in the wall. I saw it, and I was like, maybe there's a chance there's still a close, but no, that is not the case. This is a disaster for Rattata right here. Elazer targeting down drones. He's seen that there are... Oh, no, he didn't see the 4th gas in the natural. Okay, that's kind of a big deal. That's actually a really big deal. The fact that he didn't get in here and see all 4 gases means he could get caught off guard still, but he gets 2 queens, he gets 5 lings, all for just 14 zerglings. This is an amazing start for Elazer so far.
Oh, absolutely. That was huge. And like you said, the scout was pretty big. He may still have an inkling, you'd think, but he's going into +1 roaches. Does have that 3rd hatch, though, and with that worker lead and the queen taking some pretty decent injury here, I think he holds.
Oh, he holds no problem. Yeah, there was only 1 ling that could hit there, and with the armor on the queen, it's only 4 damage per shot. Like, it's no chance of getting through there. But it is important to note that Elazer still doesn't know exactly what he's up against. And 2-base Muta, even against a 3-hatch player, unless they get a lot of drones, can be a real nuisance to deal with. Now, we are seeing that situation. Ooh, nice pickoff right here from Elazer. He's going to instead go for the wraparound on these Lings. Will take a fortuitous fight, and there's no Ling speed here. Elazer's just going to bust on through. It is +1 melee finishing up for these Lings, but there's not enough of them. Another queen is going to fall. There's now just one queen on the map. Elazer really should be trying to get through this wall to scout what's going on. But I think at this point, okay, he did see the Spire. All right, so he knows what's up. He's going to start up 2 more queens, and he's going to keep pumping Lings to try and keep his opponent. Oh, actually, no, he's just going to win the game, I think.
Yeah,
this is... Well, no, he'll be fine. He'll be able to stabilize. These are +1 melee Lings. But this is still very uncomfortable right now for Rattata, and Elazer behind this, Nidus Worm. I love this decision.
Yeah, Ling's still in the base, getting value done all over the place. This is... I think that Nidus could just be the nail in the coffin steadfast as the mutas are going across the map. I don't know. It's not looking too good for... not looking too good for Rattata this game.
No, it is certainly not, and there is an equivalent number of queens to mutas. Some of them are going to have transfuse. Oh, he's going to try and get in once again. Now, with the +1 melee and the defensive concave, he will hold for the moment. The thing is, once that Nidus Worm pops, like, and these are +1 missile mutas as well. Very interesting, by the way, that he hasn't built any roaches. It's literally just Ling Queen. He's got to be careful that the Lings don't get on top of his queens, but as long as that doesn't happen, he should be fine. And in fact, it's going to be a counterattack coming on in, which is probably the best chance for Rattata. But, I mean, it means that he's kind of giving up this game. Now, oh, the queens can't fit through here. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's actually a really nice little byproduct of this wall. But the full wraparound on these Lings of Rattata, that shuts down the counterattack. Eventually, these queens will just kill this Roach Warren. I say eventually, it's happening now. Yeah, this is looking pretty unstoppable right here from Elazer.
Well, that's definitely an interesting play, like you said. Not a single roach produced. It was just the Queen Ling Nidus. And, damn. All from that, the second queen going out for the inject is totally... I think that cost him the game. That cost him out of the game, rather.
Pretty much, yeah. He didn't lose right that instant, but things got uncomfortable from that position on. And it's just the kind of thing that you can't necessarily easily recover from. It's just an ugly situation, and behind that, it was easy peasy.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what game number 2 brings us. I wonder if Elazer's going to play a little... I like what you mentioned, too, by the way, about the pool before gas. So you're just going hatch pool. I am totally with you. That definitely gives you a lot of room for early aggro, like you said, a 13-12 or even a 12 pool. Any kind of earlier pool aggression, you're going to have something a little quicker to drop a spine crawler, say if it's Banelings or whatever. Having some Lings out a little earlier, a queen. That was a very safe play, but again, who knows? Maybe Elazer's going to be the cheekier player in this game.
Yeah, he's got that potential. I do think that any cheeky plays he's probably going to reserve for his nemesis in this group, which is going to be Raynor. But you never know. You never know. He could always bust it out. He might just be saying, Rattata, you want to go, like, you want to mess around, you want to play apishly, as it were, and I will meet you on the field of battle, no problem. Don't care about it too much. But let's get into it here. Game number 2. Spawning up at the top left. Oh, and he's going for it. It is Team Liquid's Elazer.
And his opponent in the bottom right. He's opening Drone Overlord. It is Rattata from Good Game Gaming. Too funny. It just happened right there.
Yep.
Hopefully Rattata can at least open pool before hatch, but he might. I don't know. This could be over pretty quick. We could be doomed. to a quick series, Steadfast.
Yeah.
Yet again.
Potentially another very quick series. Something I gotta say, by the way, it's very important that when you go for a 13-12, you gotta pair your drones up quite efficiently. Otherwise, you actually don't have the money to do everything you want to do. Now, there's a lot of options you can do with a 13-12. You can go for a late queen, keep mining, go straight for a baneling all in. Ling, that's probably the most common way to play. You can get a hatchery and really try and fool your opponent, but you are still going to be getting that a fair bit later. You can stop at 100 gas, and that's where you get the hatchery usually. That's where you go for just a Ling flood with this. But it looks like it is going to be the traditional delayed queen. Yeah, one of the drones from the gas turns into that baneling nest, and then you got enough gas for 4 banelings when you get across the map. And considering the shape of the map, Rattata's not going to see these lings leaving until, well, he's not going to know what's up until he sees... Actually, is Elazer... Oh, I'd love to see him just stockpile these lings. Yes, that's exactly what he's going to do. He knows what he needs to do for this map. Very smart move from Elazer. This is going to be nasty.
Yeah, there's not a single thing out. We're just now starting. Lings and Queens started. Spawning pool just finished. Second hatch just finished. And, yeah, this is going to hit like a sack of bricks, Steadfast.
Yeah, and what makes this so smart from Elazer is that it causes Rattata to build 2 more drones. If you see this right away, you can stop drone production at 19, and you can focus a little bit more on the defense. As it is, he's going to try and pull drones to keep this hatchery alive, but there's already 2 banelings morphing on in. Elazer is still mining gas. His first 2 banes are here. Lane speed completes. He's going to trap these 2 sets of lings that popped out. Queen will instantly go down. This is looking so brutal right now. Rattata does have the spine at the top of the ramp. Nice wraparound on those lings to make sure they can't escape on out. With both queens going down, he can just kill the hatch and be very content with his position. But he might be able to go for a lot more, actually.
Yeah, he just has some really good numbers here. And there's no way he's saving that hat. I really don't agree with the spine going downhill.
Yeah, that feels so risky. Especially it was right next to the Banes there. Oh, and now we're actually going to see just a run-by coming in. Very smart move from Elazer. The Baneling will not get picked off before it reaches the drones. One pretty decent connection right there. The Baneling for Rattata not getting enough done. Nice control right there with the drones getting them back into the fight. If he can keep this hatch somehow alive, that would be pretty huge. It is dropping extremely low, but I think he's going to save it. 15 HP, but the 2 lings from the back will come in, and they finish the job.
I'll be honest with you, Steadfast, that was so close to a hold, though. Like, just when we both were kind of knocking that spine going down, like, I mean, it was pretty certainly dead, but that was damn close. There were 2 more lings other than the 2 damage turning into banelings, but still,
well, I mean,
I think check. Go on, sorry about that.
Well, oh, cheeky Elazer, he faked that. He faked not looking at the lings right there and drew Rattata in. Oh, is he just going to dive the spine? No, he is. Ooh, he wants to kill. Oh, well, that was a little bit weird. Ooh, he's going for the zoning play. He wants to target down more drones. He is down in drones at the moment, but oh man, nice drone micro once again from Rattata. The big saving grace for Rattata was the incredible drone splits he pulled off. Without those drone splits, the 2 banelings getting in are going to do so much damage. This is a cheeky little move, by the way, from Elazer. Oh, he's going to kill off this spine. He knows... Ooh, baneling connection does come on in. But he knows that spine was going to run out of HP, and now Elazer has, in fact, taken the drone lead. This is just a great game out of Elazer so far. But I got to say, yeah. I'm impressed that Rattata is even alive.
Yeah, that's certainly a testament to his play as well. To see him alive at all is certainly something. Elazer getting that 3rd hatch, but Rattata's just now 75% complete on metabolic boost. Pretty rough situation still.
Yeah, very much so. Looks like that was 2 lings for a Bane. Oh, and now it's 1 Bane for 2. Oh, man. With those Banes going down, this is looking so bad for Rattata. He still doesn't have lane speed for another 10 seconds. Nice wall from the Queen, but the Baneling gets the connection. And now drones are going to start falling at the natural expansion. Elazer continuing to rally in lanes. He knows he's got his opponent on the ropes. Why not try and just knock them right out? And the two Banes do get some good connections, but a nice smart cancel right there from Elazer kills off that last Ling. And now he can just morph in more Lings of his own. It's 3 hatches to 2 in a little bit. It's a 10 drone lead. And even if Elazer had no Lings going across the map, he'd be in an amazing spot. But he's got a little bit more aggression coming his opponent's way.
Yeah, more Ling Bane, and that is not what Rattata's wanted to, is going to want to be scouting here, and he is going to see it, but oh, 2 Banelings even coming from the right flank.
Yeah, this is looking pretty brutal right now. Rattata's doing about the best he can, and he manages to avoid taking any big Baneling connections right there. The thing is, he needs to kill his opponent pretty much right now, and I think he's recognized that. He's going to be flooding nothing but Lings. Elazer just threw down a bunch more drones, so he's now so far ahead in workers. He is up 20 workers, double his opponent's economy in his EVZ. That just simply does not happen. So, I mean, Rattata is going to cancel this Bane. It's possible that Elazer actually droned a little bit too much. He really didn't need to drone that hard with him having the 3rd hatch, but I mean, as long as he holds, it should be fine. That being said, this is looking dicey. It's a lot of Banes.
Yeah, Rattata did muster up his Bane forces, but I don't know how I agree with this.
That wasn't it. Yeah, he just used like 4 Banelings to blow up 2 morphing Banes, and he prevented them from finishing. And he'll get these 2 Queens, but Elazer is going to easily hold, and now GG will get called. That was really the only scary moment of that game, but nice job from Elazer.